This very beautiful feast of the presentation of the Lord, fortunately for us, falls on a Sunday this year, and more of us can hear the beautiful readings and orations that are part of this liturgy. But also a significant part of this liturgy in parishes around the world includes the blessing of candles in the procession. The candles are blessed to be used in homes where the Eucharist is brought, especially for the sick. And I think they're a very beautiful symbol of the light of Christ present in our church, in our homes, in our hearts. And the procession also a very powerful symbol of our need to take that light to the whole world. In the Gospel, we hear that Simeon waited his whole life for the chance to see the Christ. And once he had encountered the Christ child, he called him a revealing light to all the Gentiles and the glory of the people Israel. A long time previous to that, Simeon had been promised. He had been promised that he would not die until he saw the Christ. And that promise, in a certain way, made him welcome his future. I think this whole feast asks us to perhaps reflect on Simeon and the promise made to him and the facts surrounding it. I think we often overlook the necessity sometimes of looking to the past in order to understand where we are to go in the future, and to take a close look at ourselves, and ourselves especially as a product of our own past, in order to live the gospel more fully in the future, is a real challenge, and it's a challenge that is often difficult, but I think necessary. And it takes a great deal of honesty. If we can begin to understand and accept the past, we can then direct the future in the spirit of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And perhaps the key to understand why it is so difficult for us to forgive lies somewhere in our past. Perhaps we may be distrustful and suspicious of others. Maybe that origin lies somewhere in our youth. And perhaps that selfishness that we're always battling with has been with us since childhood. In any case, to bring understanding of the past to the present, to prepare for the future is, in a certain way, like bringing a candle, bringing light, in order to understand how we fit in to God's plan in building up His kingdom. Simeon was ahead of us in that he understood for most of his life where he fit in God's plan. We, I think, need to keep investigating in order to bring light into our lives through the love of God, the love of neighbor.